We're now in our ceramics unit, and we are continuing with different kinds of hand building. So we did do already a pinch pot, which I have wrapped in a piece of plastic bag to keep it moist. And today we are going to be moving on to a coil pot. So just like with the pinch pot, we're going to wedge our clay to get out any bubbles. Bubbles make things go boom. That is bad. Alright, so I have a lump of clay of whatever shape. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off of here. So I should have a very small piece in my fingers and a larger piece that I'll be working with. The small piece is going to be my base, and the large piece I'm going to roll into coils. But the first thing I need to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to roll up, sorry you can't see this, little ball of clay to be my base, and all I have to do is press on that a little bit. A sort of coin to be the base of my little coil pot. So you should have a pretty round piece, and you should have a lump. This lump is going to be all of our coils, so I'm going to take off a piece, and let's see, how do I arrange this? Okay, move that stuff over there, and take my piece, and I'm gonna begin rolling a coil. Now to do this, you want to keep very even pressure on the piece as you move very slowly in whatever direction. So this is giving me a nice even coil, but it's a little thick. That's okay. All you have to do is go back over it, but you have to be careful to make sure you keep your strokes the same size. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a piece. I'll just go ahead and do it so that you can see. First of all, it'll have creases like that, and it will be narrower in one direction and wider in the other. You can fix this, which is why I just let myself do it. And all you have to do, let me move that a little bit farther. I'm going to make sure I'm applying very even pressure, and it'll round right back out. Next substance I'm going to introduce you to, this is what's called slip. All this is clay mixed with water, and this will be our glue for holding the whole thing together. And the technique we're going to use for that is something called slip and score. So score, you literally just score your piece. Alright, now we have it scored. Sorry about the water heater in the background making noise. Now we take our slip, nice fingerful, and we're going to put it right onto our coil. You're also going to be scoring right along the edge. And this is going to give our glue, our slip, something to get purchase on. Now all I need to do is line that right on up. And I'm going to smooth that over so I have a nice, it looks like just a ring sitting on top of my bottom. This is pretty much the most important part of your pot to pay attention to, because this is a very easy place for the development of weakness to occur in a pot. So what I'm doing right now is I am smoothing bottom of my pot up into my first coil. And no matter if you're leaving the texture for the rest of the pot or whether you want the whole thing to be smooth, you want to do this. This will be something to sort of prevent a lot of headaches that can happen later. Nice, nearly seamless transition. And then on the side, even though it's a little lumpy, it's essentially smooth all the way around. And I have the start of a tiny little pinch pot. Now you can see I've already got a little off-kilterness going. This is angled out much farther than this. I'm just gonna fix that. I am gonna start angling it out because I'm planning on making this sort of a jug shape. But you can make this whatever shape you want. Next thing you do, take the rest of your coil and begin to slip said coil. You want to make sure that you have the slip all down in each of those creases. You don't want to see any bubbles because bubbles are sadness for clay that you're trying to fire. And you're gonna put that right up on the next layer. The reason I didn't slip it is because this coil underneath, you can see it's actually a much lighter color than this. This coil is very wet, and I don't want to put too much more slip on there. Right now I'm just stretching out that coil. So it has the shape that I want. And you can see I've already got a little bit of wonkiness there that I can smooth out. But in general, I've got a nice, even coil all the way around. So from here on out, well, that's not going to make another round. Set that aside for a second, make another coil. Doesn't take very long. Alright, so next layer, I've got the rest of the coil that I already have scored that I'm going to add. Start stretching up this side. So the way I do that, this is kind of a hard angle to do it at, but I'm pulling the coils up into each other. This will give me both height and an increased level of bonding between the coils. Side as well. Sorry, the back of my hand is directly in your way. But you can see besides this little comeuppance here, I have a very nice even thickness to my walls. You can see I'm not having to move my fingers any farther apart or closer together as I move up the pot, which is one of the main advantages of doing the coil pot versus like a pinch pot. You can also get much larger with a pinch pot, with a coil pot. My goodness, I cannot English. because I've started coiling inwards at this point, I have to be very careful how much slip I add. Right now I've just been adding sumptuous quantities of slips because slip is glue and glue holds things together. But the problem is that while the piece is wet, that glue is also making it very flimsy. And so if I start to move inwards too much, it's going to start wanting to fall in on itself, which is not good. Bottle shape. Smooth it all together. Okay, so at this point I have basically completed coil. This is a bottle. Actually, I can probably flare this out and make it a little more juggish. A very small coil jug that I made in a few minutes. And that, in general, is how you make a coil pot.